Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So here I have taken an old clay pot. To that I have added few coconut shells. To that I have added a little bit of oil, any oil. I have added here coconut oil. To that I have added few cardboard pieces and I have lit the fire and I have let it burn nicely. Until then I am not adding rest of the coconut shells. So I am waiting until the coconut catch up fire. Now once it catch up fire, I am placing the rest of the coconut shells on top of it. You can see the way how I have placed it, one on top like a mountain I have built. So be very careful when you are doing this. Don't go very close to the fire. So it's very with precautions. Please be very careful while doing this. Don't let any children come nearby. While I was doing this, my daughter also was behind me, but she knows because I have done this so many times, so she doesn't go very close to the fire. She just stands beside me. So once the fire starts to flame up, I am adding more and more coconut shell over it so that we can get a good batch of charcoal. So you can see once the fire catches up, the quantity of the coconut shells reduces. So that means the charcoal is getting made. So this process will take a little time. Have patience, but stand by the side because there's an important step in this, and if you miss that step, you will not get coconut shells, but only you will get the ashes from it. So it's very important that we stand by while doing this. So here I have little done it in a fast forward mode so that it doesn't take more time for you all to watch this video. So now here all the shells are starting to get black in color, so that means the charcoal is getting formed. So once the fire reduces or the flame goes down, as soon as you know that the flame has reduced nicely and there is a little bit of flame in it, or all the fire has completely gone down, as soon as this happens, immediately you have to add a big bowl of normal water into this charcoal. If not, if you just leave it as it is, the fire would go off and all the charcoal would turn into ashes. So this is the secret of making charcoal. You have to add the water immediately once the charcoals are formed. So you can see while I add water at what stage I am adding it and how it forms. So now you can see it's completely done now. You can see the flame getting reduced. The fire is trying to go off. See, now I'm adding water to it. And I completely stopped the burning process by adding the water so that the charcoal doesn't burn into ashes. So I'm checking if there is any pieces with the fire so that it doesn't turn into ashes. Now here few pieces of the coconut shells are not being burnt properly, but don't worry, those pieces we are not using it. But don't touch these while you have poured water because it's still hot and you might burn your hand. So just leave it as it is. Now you can see it's with the water. Just leave it as it is. This is the next day morning. Some pieces which I'm showing, those pieces are not burnt. I'm just putting it the other side and collecting all the charcoal which are nicely burnt. When you break it with your finger, you can just break it like biscuit. So here I have collected everything from the clay pot. Now you can see how it is. You can easily break with your fingers like a biscuit the charcoals. I would include in another video how to make activated charcoal and few items which we can use charcoal for and how we can use them. This is the banana trees which is in my neighbors. From my balcony I can see. Now I'm showing a small recipe. To oil I have added mustard seed, and to that I am adding curry leaves and pandan leaf. And to that we will be adding onions and then saute a little bit And once the onions get softened, we're going to add the tomatoes and chilies. Now I have added a little bit of salt so the cooking process can get faster. Now the video is going in a fast forward mode. So this is a very easy recipe which you all can try. So now as you can see, the onions are getting cooked. So now it's almost half done. As I told you, tomato and chili is added to it. To this we are adding 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, then 2 to 2.5 teaspoon of chili flakes, a little bit of salt, and that's all. Nothing else more. Only these two spices, turmeric powder and chili flakes. Simple recipe. You add the boiled eggs. Close it with the lid. After 1 minute, open the lid again and then take some sambal from it and put on top of the eggs and close it again until you serve.